Hello, everyone. Good morning and happy Friday. Good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are. Welcome, everyone who's joining live. Welcome to everyone who's watching the replay later. If you have questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. We love questions. We love answering questions. Wow, we have so many people here already, and they've already got the questions going and the chat rolling. I love it. Love it so much. Let's see. We've got hot deals and real reviews. Hello, welcome. Lynn Donahue is here. Good morning. JFF West Coast. Anna is here. One of our regulars. Love seeing you here, Anna. Happy Friday. Yes, yay for the weekend. I love when my kids wake up on Fridays because they're like, Mom, it's Friday. And I think I told that story last time, but I love it because it just gives you that little extra smile. Like, we know it's Friday, but it's Friday too. So that's right. Yay for the weekend. Lori Bloom is here. Happy Friday. Ramona is here. Good morning. Christina Hamilton at home is here. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Let's see. Lizbel Lopez is here. Hello from North Carolina. Welcome. Shopper's Voice says happy Friday. Let the weekend of content making begin. Yes, I love it. I'm super curious. Do you guys tend to work on content on the weekends or during the week? I know we all have different job roles, right? Some of us are in a 9 to 5, some of us are not. Some of us work part-time. Some of us are full-time entrepreneurs. Do you guys make your content on the weekends? Or are you frantically making content all week too, like me? um, yes, love it. Welcome, Pioneer Smokehouse's channel is here. Good morning. Good morning. Michelle is here. Good morning. Love it. Denise is here. Good morning. Wonderful. All right, let's see. Lulu Lane, good morning. Gosh, lots of people. I love being able to say good morning to all of you. Let's see. Rory, the toy poodle, is here. Amy Lee is here. Real Family Reviews. Susan is here. The Holistic Hazelnut. Excited for this. Good morning. Oh, I love it. And Ron is here. Good morning. Ron, you have a question. I'm going to answer your question first. Nadia is here. Good morning from Toronto, Canada. Lori, yes, says, I work on content all the time. Lori, I'm with you. I know. I think you're one of the full-timers like me. Yes, I wish I had more time to work over the weekend, but I don't because my schedule is packed with family and kid stuff. But I get all my work done pretty much during the school hours. That's why we do lots of trainings and all that good stuff during the day. But the weekends, I also do love working on the weekends because then I got my helpers. I got my kids and my husband to help me hold the camera for me, do some demos. Nadia said I was just doing content. Lori says whenever I have time. Christina says yes, mostly on the weekends. Alyssa says get to watch finally. Being home with a sick kid does have benefits. Oh, Alyssa, I'm sorry to hear that. Definitely seeing the silver lining in the situation. I hope your sick kiddo gets well soon. Let's see. Lizbel says yes, all week. The Holistic Hazelnut every day. I love it. Yes, every day. That's the way to do it if you can, right? Shopper's Voice says content weekends, edit evenings after the day job. Love it. I love the hustle. This is the best. This is, I think personally, one of the best like kind of side hustles. I mean, this is my full-time income. But even if you don't have that time or you're just getting started, it's such a great way to start making money online because it's not that hard, right? And you're here, so you have an amazing community of people that are supporting you and just want to help you succeed. So you're definitely in the right place. Amy is a full-time administrator. Yes, okay. Content on the weekends. Yes, and Pioneer Smokehouses, full-time DoorDash, Walmart, part-time AIP. Love it. Lori has a full-time job with a part-time salary. Yes. Ramona says, oh, that's nice. I get no help. You know what? It is hard to find good help, but when you create them and they live in your house, then, sometimes it's their duty to help you. That's how I look at it. Denise is here. Good morning. Yes. Hot Deals and Real Review says, I'm going to start hiring my grandkids to help me. The oldest is almost 9. I love this. I Obviously, I just said I do this with my kids, but I love it because not only does it like bring them into it brings them into your world and what you're doing and what you're working on, but I think it also, or well, I know it also really helps with kind of expanding their mind, right? We live in, I would say, the best time ever. It's kind of a crazy time right now, but we live in one of the best opportunity eras, right? Because we have access to the internet and AI and programs like the Amazon Influencer Program. So, um, it's super important. I think personally, it's something I take the time to do as much as I possibly can, is to show my kids and educate my kids on all the different opportunities that are available to them, both now and in their future. And so I love getting my kids involved, especially with filming videos, or I'm showing them, like sometimes when I'm editing or writing a script or setting up a location for a video, right? I love getting them involved because it just opens their eyes to different possibilities and different opportunities. They don't have to work a traditional 9 to 5 unless they want to. There's so many things that they can do to make money and support themselves in the future when they get old enough, but that they, can also love to do, right? So trying to get rid of that silly stereotype of go to college, get a 9 to 5 and work your butt off till you retire. And then, hope you're healthy and have money at the end of it. Yes, Denise said, I work on content 24/7. Love it. I know you're a hustler, Denise. I love it. Doug and Nikki are here. Good morning. Good morning. Silver Star Shine said, I accidentally retired and looking to supplement my Social Security. Oh no, accidentally retired. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. But yes, this is such a great opportunity to be able to do that. So you are definitely in the right place. So, and hello, Beauty Bee is here. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I want to go back to Ron's question, and then we've got some fun stuff to talk about today. I've got some free resources for you, and yes, we've got lots of good stuff going on today. So thank you for joining live. Thank you for everyone watching the replay. Let's get started with Ron's question. Before we get into brand deals, we're talking about brand deals today. We want to give you guys great options. We want to talk about what you're doing, how we can help other people get to learn more about how do we find these paid brand deals, how do we get paid more for our content. We always want to work harder. Scratch that. We always want to work smarter and not harder. And I think partnering with brands, actually, I know partnering with brands is a great way to do that. So Ron said, how much control should we give the brand deal folks? I seem to keep running into the ones that want it shot a specific way and want to review it before it's posted. So Ron, this is super common. And I think, my short answer, I could like get on a soapbox and talk about my answer to this question for a whole hour, which I won't. But my short answer here is you have to do, as the creator, ultimately, you have the control. And I think you just need to remember that. And I know that sometimes we're in a situation where we need to make a couple $100 like today. And so we're willing to work a little harder for that money because we need it. That's why it's always so important to not make decisions, especially big decisions based on finances. That said, you still have to know how much you want to charge and what you're willing to negotiate when you are negotiating with these brands. And especially when you are negotiating with brands who are communicating with you independently, right? And that's one of the ways to work with brands. One of the biggest, best ways to work with brands that I want to talk about today is partnering with them because they've reached out to you, or maybe you've reached out to them and they've responded, right? So as far as like how much control should you give the brands, it's really about what you are comfortable with. For me personally, I don't like a brand telling me what to do shot by shot when I'm doing my video. If they want that, I'll just say no. Sometimes I've already received the product and they come back and say, hey, then they come back with their requirements or they come back with a deadline. I just had this happen to me recently. I got a furniture piece that had to be assembled. I said, yes, okay, send it over. There was no deadline discussed, right? Before receiving this particular product. And then once I got the product, one day later, the seller's like, hey, where's the video? This campaign ends, in 3 days. And I'm like, I got it yesterday. I need to build it. There was no timeline on this campaign, right? So you very much can push back. You just have to be careful, like based on what your initial agreement is. And you can create a contract. You can have a contract in place. I don't think you have to do that, but if you really want to cover yourself, create a contract with them. I know I've had contracts with certain brands, mostly the bigger name brands for the higher price items, especially the ones that are paying me up front. I want that all in writing. I want it, I don't want to be liable for any sort of issues or whatever that may be. All that said, contract is, the 80/20 rule, right? Like 80% of the time, there is no contract, right? So we have to negotiate. But at the end of the day, you have to be comfortable and feel good with the content you're creating because you are the one that is in control. And don't let the seller or brand make you think that they're in control. Because at the end of the day, you can just walk away. You can just say, I don't need this in my life. I'm not going to do a product review. I don't care if you pay me or send me extra commissions or whatever, because I don't want to work with you because this is too difficult, right? So I think you really need to do your best to take control of the situations when you are working with a brand. That said, I think we're all rational human beings here and that we can negotiate, right? If you're saying, hey, why don't you give me the top 3 benefits of this product that you want me to include in my content? I think that's fine, right? I like that because then they're giving me a little bit of direction and maybe they're calling out a benefit that may or may not matter to me, but matters to them. So if they're going to pay me upfront for the content, I do want to make sure that I'm including that. So if they want to see the review before it's posted too, I would say just negotiate that before you receive the product, or obviously before you get payment, right? Because sometimes they will come back and say, hey, I want to see it before you put it up. And my response is, well, I already put it up. So here's the link. You can go look at it. We didn't discuss this beforehand, right? If you do discuss it beforehand, however, you just voice your preferences, right? Not just, right? This is not easy. I'm not, trying to say that that's easy. But it's kind of like, it's a little woo, and that's like, find what feels good for you, right? Are you okay with taking direction? Or are you okay with pushing back and saying, hey, we didn't agree upon that before I made the video, so I'm going to post it. You can give me your feedback after I post it, and maybe I'll make a follow-up video. But sometimes sellers can be very difficult to work with, and then they're just the one and done. You do it once with them, and then send them on their way, right? So Ron, I hope that answers your question as far as like, how much should you be negotiating? Should you negotiate? Things like that. I hope that's not, I'm kind of, I'm putting the responsibility back on you, right? Because at the end of the day, you should have control over your own business. Okay. Let me just make sure I said good morning to everyone. Let's see. Good choices with Mariana is here. Good morning. Gail Nichols is here. Silver Starshine. Good morning. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Yes, Doug and Nikki. I mean, you guys always have this just very concise way of answering these questions. So I should just put your response up first before I even answer. Yeah, I mean, the amount of control is based on the number of zeros in the price. I love it. It's short, sweet, and to the point, right? How much are they paying you? Are they paying you $1,000 for the video? Sure, then do whatever they want you to do. Are they paying you $10 for the video? Tell them you're going to do whatever you want to do because they've only paid you $10, right? You can totally negotiate that based on price. I love that answer. Thank you guys. Yes. So that is one of the things that I want to talk about. I'm going to come back to brand outreach because I think this is a little bit more like we can talk about this for quite a bit because there are so many different ways that we can reach out to brands. Brands are reaching out to us constantly. So we'll come back to that. Really quickly, though, I just want to make sure that everyone saw we are doing a really awesome, fun new masterclass. Q4 is coming up. Like, I mean, we're talking weeks. We are less than 3 weeks away. We're really like 2 weeks away from Q4. And so not next week, but the week after, so in about a week and a half or so, we're going to be doing a free masterclass all about how to basically earn more money for Q4. What are some of the strategies and tactics that we've used in the past in order to make sure that we are working as smart as we can and not, spending 20 hours a day creating content for Q4, but that we're being smart about it and strategic about it. And yes, we're creating great content and the right content. But in this free masterclass, we're going to be talking all about 6 of the strategies that have worked for me in the past, that have worked for our community in the past. And I mean, this will be, gosh, Q4. I've been in e-commerce for about 17 years now. And so it'll be my 17th Q4. And while they're all slightly different, they're, mostly the same. You can kind of come up with a very similar plan. You can definitely come up with similar strategies. They do tend to change slightly year to year because we are adjusting for things, right? Based on new opportunities or based on things that are, happening this year that maybe didn't happen next year. So make sure if you want to attend that, you register here. There also is a free gift. If you register, you will get a Q4 content calendar that is really made for social media that will help you to not only grow your social media if you're still trying to get into the Amazon influencer program, but also if you are just trying to grow your following, right? And you're trying to get more brand deals and you're trying to, make sure that you're partnering with the right brands and you're getting paid upfront for content or you're getting paid additional commissions. Because you're working with the right brands or working on the right platforms, right? So make sure you grab that free masterclass because you will get access to it. I don't have a picture of it. I should have grabbed a picture. But in my next email, I'll make sure to send that out as well. But you do get you get a free gift. Obviously, everyone who comes to the masterclass gets a free gift, but you can start working on it now because we did include September in the calendar. And not only is it one prompt per day to just kind of, trigger your thoughts on what can I post today that's maybe not necessarily just a product review, but it also gives you like captions, viral video hooks. So it's also helping you with what you can post in your captions and underneath the video in order to get people to engage and to click on your content. So make sure you register for that. You'll get a free gift as soon as you register. And then, of course, if you attend, we'll also share it there as well. All right. So let me go back here. And yeah, I love it. Doug and Nikki said that they saw Lori's video. Hang on, where did it go? I'm scrolling through our content here. Yes, I love it. Lori posted a video in a scarlet dress and Doug and Nikki saw it. I love it. I just love how we all kind of see it. Doug and Nikki, I see you guys I see your stuff come up on my feeds all the time and I always like it or heart it or depending on what the platform is, right? Yes, of course. Shoppable videos, not product reviews. Yes, I know. Shoppable videos. I'm very much a stickler when it comes to that. So thank you for correcting me there. Okay, so make sure you sign up for the free masterclass. You will get that free gift right away in your email. And again, if you're still trying to get into the Amazon influencer program or you're just kind of struggling with what should I be posting on my social media, make sure you grab that calendar. And if you're an influencer and you already have access to this, so it's under the bonuses, you have the whole year, you have all the content, all the scripts, all the captions, all the hooks and all that good stuff. So yes, make sure you grab that. Okay. Let's see. Hot Deals and Real Review said, Watermarks, do you use them? Yeah, for the most part, I do because my watermark is very subtle. It's pretty light and it doesn't necessarily deter everyone from stealing my content. I actually have 2 videos that I need to report that I found this morning of somebody that just stole my content off of Amazon and then just uploaded it again to Amazon. So if that's you, you're getting reported today. Just know that. But also, that's just dumb. Like you're dumb because someone's gonna see it, and yeah, I mean, you could at least try a little harder. Anyway, I do use watermarks because it just helps slightly to deter people from stealing your content. very, very slightly, not like I said, it still happens. My content there was watermarked, but they were able to just kind of like, crop it out. So that is still something that people can do. But yeah, I do just because it's easy and it deters people slightly. Let's see. We have some more people on here. Viandra's Garden says, hello, I'm late. That's okay. Welcome, welcome. Olina's here. Clicks that create smiles. Yes, Regina. Thank you, Regina. Regina's here. Hit the thumbs up button for this live YouTube video if you guys have learned something or connected with somebody or got something out of this video. It just helps this channel. It helps to distribute it out further to other people who may be able to benefit from what we're talking about. Okay. Let's see here. Good morning. Good morning, Karen. Yes, love it. Let's see. Elizabeth Lopez said, is there a formula that you recommend that makes it easy to decide how much I can charge per live stream or video review or picture post? Do you have any video on this? No, you know what? I don't specifically, but I'm going to take a screenshot of this. So, honestly, I guess like we could put together something like that for sure, because a lot of times it's based on your following as far as like approaching new brands, right? You could say like I have 10,000 TikTok followers or I have 5,000 Instagram followers, and then kind of price accordingly to that, kind of look up industry standards. But also at the end of the day, like if you create a relationship with this brand and you kind of ease into it and price something right the first time, prove yourself, show them that your content is great, you love their products, you're converting sales for them, you're just going to be able to charge more and more and more every time. And that's kind of a strategy that I take. And it also depends on like, do I want to do this? How much do I want to do this? Like, for example, I got approached by a clothing brand that wanted to pay me for a live stream, and they wanted me to do like 10 outfits, and they're going to pay me X number of dollars. And the more I thought about it, the more like, so long story short, I ended up saying no, because I don't do a lot of live streams because it's a lot of work, right? I'd rather do shoppable video any day, all day, because it will be less time and energy on my part. And it will also probably make me more money because that video is going to show up on the product page instead of, the live stream page. Um, but also like clothing is not my niche. I buy some clothing from Amazon, but it's not like I'm not a clothing influencer. I'm not like trying on clothes and showing people the clothes that I'm wearing. I'm very much more in the home and kitchen and the office and like the family stuff, the kids stuff, things like that. And so, um, even though they offered me money, I ended up saying no, because at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't really want to do this. This doesn't make me excited. Sure, I'll get, 10 free outfits out of it and some cash, but I didn't really think I was going to make a lot of money from selling those clothes anyway. They were fine clothes, like there was nothing wrong with them, but it just wasn't really in my wheelhouse. If that was something I was doing regularly, I was doing live streams or I was trying on clothes or showcasing clothes and all that, I would be all about it, right? But it seemed like a lot of work, and I don't know. I just don't like doing the clothes thing. So I ended up saying no, even though it was probably it was definitely one of the higher paid opportunities from a brand that asked me to do this. But like at the end of the day, I wasn't really that comfortable with it. I didn't really want to do it. And so I said no. So hang on one second. I just need to grab a Kleenex. Um, so yeah, it's really about your comfort level as well. Is this something that works for you? Is it something in your niche? Right. So, and then, but I can work on, like you said, maybe putting together something like that, because there are like industry standards too. You could probably Google that or chat GPT, but that's a great question. And I'm going to work on something for that. Cause like right now for me, it's like, do I like the product? Do I think I can make money on Amazon reviewing that product? So I always do my product research. But also it's about the brand and the communication, right? If I'm getting nagging emails every single day from this brand because they're waiting for my content, it's like, chill out. Give me a couple days to try out the product and create content. You can't just bombard me with emails every 12 hours after you see, the tracking number has the items got to my house, right? So those are the people that I'm like, I don't really want to work with you. I charge them a lot of money and they end up going away, right? Because I don't want to have that relationship with them. Um, but I mean, you can charge what you want. And I'm super excited. I don't think Daisy is on here, but so one of the things that we've just started with our membership with Influence and Earn, and I'm just going to talk about this briefly because I want to go into some of the other ways too that you can earn before the hour is up. But we just started this. We actually our first influencer, Daisy, who I won't share her last name or anything. I don't know. I don't think she's on here, but um, we have partnered with some sellers. And so we are working with sellers directly now we're still working on our database. I'm really hoping that's going to be done before the end of the month here. But everyone at Influence and Earn will get access to be able to create their own profile, create a database to make this much easier. Um, but we didn't want to wait because we've been waiting for too long for that. So we have partnered with sellers. We've got a couple agencies that we're working with. Basically, they are sending us opportunities for upfront paid opportunities for shoppable videos on Amazon. So Daisy, if you're on here, let me know. But Daisy was our first, and she just submitted her content. She just got paid yesterday. So I'm super excited about this opportunity. And this is open to everyone who's already in Influence and Earn, which is our membership, everyone who joins Influence and Earn. And if you're like, what are you talking about? I'm an Influence and Earn. I don't know what you're talking about. There's only been one email so far with 2 opportunities. And that was sent out probably I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago now, because we just got the first video done and posted. But basically the sellers are paying upfront for the videos, and we are negotiating that with them. We're finding the influencers and kind of connecting you guys with the sellers, but it's for upfront payment. It's not just, hey, here's a free sample and let's hope it works out. It is, no, we're going to pay you a few $100s for this video, and hope it works out for you, but like, she got paid. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win-win for everyone. And that brand even created a creator connections campaign. So now she's earning like 30% on all the sales that she just got paid for the video for. So if you guys are interested, make sure you join Influence and Earn if that is something you want to be a part of. Like I said, we just finished the first one. We are working on finding someone for the second opportunity, which is a little bit more specific and kind of niche, but we have lots more opportunities coming down the pipeline. So make sure that if you guys have not yet joined Influence and Earn, that you check it out if that is something that you are interested in. I'll throw up the link really quickly here because it is the lowest price that it is ever going to be. We're going to be doing kind of some different stuff coming up here, but you can get in there if you would like to. I'll leave that up for just a second. All right. Oh, Lizbel Lopez says that's exactly what I do, fashion. All right. Well, I will refer them to you next time because, and that's perfect. And that's why I love this community so much because, now that I know, I can send them over to you, right? Because it's not a good opportunity for me, but it is a good opportunity for somebody else. And so that's why this is what we're talking about today, because what one brand offers to you may not work for you, but it may work for somebody else, or it may work for me, right? So there's just know that there's lots of opportunity, and that's why we're talking about this today, because I want to keep you informed. I want to connect you with the right people and places in order to get you the right opportunities to make you as much money as possible. So check out Influence and Earn if you are interested in getting into the program. We help people get into the influencer program, scale their earnings, earn as much money as they can. But also we have this great opportunity now where we are finding influencers for our seller network. And the influencers are getting paid up front, which makes me so, so happy, because you all should be getting paid up front for your content as much as possible. That's not realistic for every single shoppable video we create, right? But the more we can get paid up front, I don't know, the more money we make, right? The better opportunity we have. So all right, let me answer some of these questions and then we can keep talking about some of the opportunities. And I'm curious, what you guys are doing for paid partnerships. Where are you finding brands that are paying you up front or offering you more commissions? Karen said, I'm having trouble getting samples from brands. I get some, but not very many. Any suggestions? Yes. I would say you kind of need to finagle your response, right? So I've seen people reach out with content that is okay. People reach out with content that is like amazing and great. I think some of the things to note here is that you don't necessarily want it to be just a generic message every time you request a free sample. I think, and this is actually a good, this is a good like just training anyway. So I'm gonna write that down. Um, Free sample like text. So you want to make it specific, right? Because like and put yourself in the seller's shoes, because as influencers, I know for me, I get a lot of messages, for example, that start with dear sir. Okay. Um, I'm not a sir, nothing against sirs, right? But also, like, that tells me immediately that this seller or this agent did not take the time to, I don't know, do anything besides probably copy and paste uh, a generic template that they're sending to me, right? Dear sir, I'm not a sir. I'm clearly a female, right? So, like, the least you can do is say, like, dear ma'am. I don't know. You could get my gender right. Not that I'm not trying to talk about gender, but whatever. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same if you are sending the same generic template, and we do have templates in Influence and Earn, but I always tell people to work off of that template, right? So make it specific, make sure you include their brand name, make sure you make it easy for them. And if you're requesting a sample, provide a link, provide the size, provide the color that you want, like be very specific so that you're making it easy so that they don't have to say, okay, sure, we'll give you a sample. What size and color works for you, if that's applicable, right? Um, so tailor it to the brand. Let them know that you are writing this message specifically to them and it's not just a copy and paste template. But something else that you want to do is you want to make it a win win. You need to find a way in your message to tell them how them sending a sample to you is going to benefit them. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants their cut, right? And so if I'm a seller and I have all these messages from influencers that are like, hey, I'd love to get a free sample, I'll make you a great video. I'm like, okay, cool. And what? Do you have 10,000 TikTok followers that you're going to post your video on TikTok because I know, this product sells well on TikTok, right? Are you going to, what are you going to do to make it a win for the brand? And something else that will help you with that is your credibility. I know a lot of people that are including their creator star status in their messages, right? Especially when you're messaging brands through creator connections, which is one of my very favorite ways I have on here. One of my very favorite ways to earn additional commission on site and off site. You don't necessarily get to negotiate an upfront fee for creator connections content. Not yet. Not yet. I don't know if anyone was on that webinar last week from Amazon where they revealed, and I didn't really talk about it because I feel like it's not open. It's not really actually happening yet. But Creator Connections, they had a webinar last week where basically they're going to start allowing influencers to license content to sellers on Amazon. And so we will be able to negotiate with sellers, set a price for licensing content on Amazon. So I'm very excited about that. We don't know a ton of details yet. They did say in the webinar that it's going to be getting started towards the end of September. So we'll see what happens with that. But that is Creator Connection is one of my favorite ways to do that. And I know a lot of people, myself included, say, like I'm a platinum star, rated Amazon influencer. I have platinum star status and have all year or, whatever that may be. And then you can also provide pieces of content that are relevant to their niche, right? I'm trying to get a new, you know, stand-up desk sent to me, I'm going to send them all the videos that I've made for other desks that I have, because I have made videos for other desks, right? So those are just kind of some of my high level, like, what should you be including when you're reaching out to people, whether it's through creator connections or whether it's through like an Instagram DM, right? Tailor the message to that seller. Don't just copy and paste. Show them your credentials. Let them know why you're a good fit, but also let them know how working with you is going to benefit them. So I could probably talk a lot more about that, but that's kind of my high level overview in there. And like I said, we do have templates in Influence and Earn that will like get you started, and you just kind of tailor them and make them a little bit more personalized, so that ideally the sellers are then going to respond, right? You want a response, and then you want them to send you a sample. Okay. Love that. Love that. Yes. This is a great response too, right? Like Doug and Nikki said. So for pricing, and this is exactly why I don't just have like a pricing chart. You can create your own pricing chart and your own rates to go off of. But at the end of the day, my rates are going to be different than your rates. Are going to be different than somebody else's rates. It's really like, what's the industry standard, and what are you comfortable with charging, and what payment amount is going to make you like feel good about making that content. Like if I get offered $10 for a video, I'm not super excited to make that content. But if someone's going to pay me $200 for that video, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Right. So, right. So for pricing, you need to know what the brand's objective is. This is brilliant. Thank you, Doug and Nikki, as always. Are they looking to improve brand recognition, drive sales, or increase public info on product uses, etc.? I think that's a really, really good thing to call out, especially when you're communicating with them, because if you ask them the right questions, if you have questions like this, they're going to know that you know what you're talking about, and they're going to trust that you're going to be able to take that angle once they answer your question. They're going to trust that you're going to take that angle in the content, and ideally that's going to help them, right? So yes. Yes. Hooray, Daisy. Yes, I'm very excited for Daisy. Like, I don't think she's on here, but she crushed it. She made an amazing video. The seller is super happy. And yeah, now she gets to earn 30% on her creator connections. Yeah, I'm very excited for her, and I'm super excited for everybody else, because we will just be having more opportunities there. Let's see here. Yes, Olena said, thank you so much. No rush with the influence database. Better to get it done, yes, than fix a lot of bugs. So true. And that's why we didn't launch it a couple weeks ago when it was like almost ready, because then, yeah, something happened. And no, I appreciate you saying that. Thanks for constantly improving our community. Yeah, I think it's just such a great opportunity that I like admittedly just kind of blew off for the first couple of years. When I started in the Amazon influencer program, I ignored all the sellers that contacted me. I did not respond to 99.9% of them unless it was a brand I like recognized. But also I was just so focused on creating shoppable content for Amazon that I didn't want anyone else to distract me, right? I didn't want to get like crappy products sent to me that I would then have to make videos for that wouldn't really make me money, right? So once I started responding to those messages, and this is all in the Influence and Earn course as well, because I have there are training videos in there where literally I'm sharing the emails that I got from sellers with what they said, with what they proposed as far as payment goes, or non-payment, or free sample, or whatever it may be. And then I take you through the process in the training on basically me vetting. I think there's one where I have like 3 or 4 examples, and they're all kind of like different products. But I go through and I vet and I look at all the products that they've sent me, and I let everyone know if I want that product, why I want that product, because I can make money, because they're paying me up front, whatever it may be. But make sure you check out that resource in Influence and Earn for anyone that's in the membership there too, because it'll just give you it'll give you some good examples as far as like how you can not only respond to these sellers, but should you even respond? You don't have to respond to all of them, right? If you don't respond and they send you a couple of emails, eventually they're going to stop, right? I don't respond to everyone because I don't necessarily have the time or the energy to do that. All right, let's see here. Anna said, curious, will there be any sellers willing to work with Canadian creators? Oh, I'm sure. I'm writing that down so that I can ask the agencies that I'm working with. But I know some of the sellers that we are working with have storefronts in Canada. So I would imagine yes. But that's a great question. Yes. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yes, we've got some new people. Taste Temptations is here. Hi. Let's see. Nadia said, just curious, how does it work if we bought your course before the monthly membership? Oh, you're grandfathered in, Nadia. You don't pay again. Yes. We switched over to a membership a few months ago because the course kind of morphed into a membership because we do ongoing things now. But if you bought it previously and it was a one-time payment, you have it forever. So you're good. You're grandfathered in. Don't worry about it. Yes, you are good. There is a lifetime option as well. You can do the membership. There's a lifetime option. All right. Yes, so much to learn. Doug and Nikki, thank you. I need to have you guys on. I'll reach out. But I need to have you guys on for your wonderful wisdom. And I'm booking guests for Q4, so I'll reach out to you guys. Let's see here. Yes, there is a lot to learn. There's definitely a lot to learn, but also, Lizabelle, you're in the exact right place. You're in the exact right place to learn, to be supported, to make connections. Like, Lizabelle, you should send me your info. If you email me at hello@kathleenkobel.com, because like I said, I have that seller. And then you come to trainings like this and you hear me talk about things like that where I've said no to an opportunity and you're like, "Ooh, that would be a great opportunity for me." I'll send it to you. I said no. I'll send it to you, no problem. So, Lizabelle, if you want to email me your info, I'll send you the info from that seller that I was talking about. Maybe you guys can connect and figure out a way to work together. Yes, love it, love it. Oh, Doug and Nikki said, one extra tip, I don't turn down or ignore any offers. I reply with a super high price to create value for myself in their database. So smart. You guys are so smart. I love that. And I'm going to try to start doing that. I know you guys probably get just as many or probably more emails than I get from sellers. But I love that because you guys are so right. So Doug and Nikki are talking about basically a lot of these big sellers and big agents, especially like the ones from China that manage multiple brands, right? They have databases on us. They surely do. And they are saying how much we charge or how it is to work with us. And there's lots of different databases. And don't be scared because like they're just taking information and putting it up there that you know may or may not see. But I love this strategy, you guys. I mean, I love everything you guys do, but thank you so much for sharing that because yes, instead of taking my route and just say, and just ignoring people, Doug and Nikki reply with a super high price to create that value so that that seller, that agent is going to go back and say, "Ooh, they're expensive," right? And they may give that feedback in the database that they have where on Doug and Nikki's profile page, which they may or may not know about, right? I know there are lots of softwares that have profile pages on us. So thank you guys for sharing that. That's super, super smart. And I'm going to start doing that. Just create like a rate card or put it in your media kit and just send it off, especially for the agents and the sellers that you don't want to work with. Yeah, I love that. Gosh, you guys are great. So smart. Yeah, so Lena said another interview from Doug and Nikki would be awesome. Okay, I completely agree. So I'll be reaching out, you guys. Wonderful. Okay. Yes, Mama Knows Bestie said, can you remind us where to find sample language for contacting brands? Any specific tips for engaging brands on Levanta? Yes. So let's see. In the Influence and Earn membership, if you go under Creator Connections, there's a bonus training called Creator Connections. I know there's a full templates of what you can send over there. There's also I think there's also some in module 4. I'll double check on that, but I know for sure in the bonuses section under the Creator Connections like crash course, there's a whole PDF that you can download because we did templates that you can send through the messaging platform through Creator Connections. So you kind of just start there. But then I'm so glad you brought up Levanta because any specific tips for engaging brands on Levanta? So actually, we have a new video coming out early next week that's a full run through of Levanta and how I use it and exactly this tips for engaging with brands on Levanta. I am going to just throw up my link here. So if anyone on is like, Levanta, what are you talking about? This is my affiliate link to sign up, but I don't actually earn money unless you earn money on Levanta. But the biggest perk of signing up through my affiliate link is not only is it free, but you will automatically get approved because my most favorite contact over at Levanta, Allie, has helped set up this link. So any of you guys that are watching and want to sign up for Levanta, you can sign up for free. You'll get in right away. Usually they have a 10,000 follower requirement. It's like applying for the Amazon influencer program. You got to connect. You got to apply and they look at your social medias and all that. But I equate it to like creator connections, but just for offsite Amazon, right? So if you're just focused on shoppable videos, shoppable content on Amazon, and you haven't really branched out to start earning offsite, you can hold off on Levanta. But if you want to learn more about how to start making money offsite, Levanta is a great way to do that because what you can do and what I do. So some of my strategies as far as partnering with brands on Levanta, because once you sign up and you guys will see, I wish I had that video out already. Videos being posted on Monday. But basically, what I like to do is I get into Levanta and so the first time I did this, I already have a list of my top selling products and my top selling brands. So what I did was I went and searched for those brands and products in Levanta to see if they were in there first of all, and then the ones that are in there I immediately reached out to connect. So you have to connect with brands when you sign up to Levanta, and all that does is basically it enables you and the brand to be able to communicate through the platform on Levanta. If you don't like form a connection with them, which is basically just sending them an email to connect or clicking on the button, connect, and then they accept, and now you guys can talk. Now you can send messages through Levanta. But once you sign up, brands are going to start sending you messages and wanting to connect with you. So you can either sit back and wait for brands, or you can do what I did and be productive because I do have lots and lots of messages still in my inbox, mostly because they're brands that I don't recognize or they're products that I don't use or doesn't really go along with like my smart business mom like kind of brand. But so what I did was I sought out the brands that were already doing well for me, and I found some of them. I connected with them. I got the product links, and then I went and exchanged my Levanta link from my Amazon link in my YouTube video descriptions. So I like to post my shoppable videos on Amazon first. Of course, that's why I make them. And then my next step is I repurpose them to my YouTube channel. Not this one, but a different one. So once they're on that YouTube channel, now I'm linking to that product page on Amazon, right? But if that product is available on Levanta, I'm going to link to that Levanta link because that is going to pay me more. The commission rate is higher. It's usually 5, 7, 10, 12, 15% as opposed to 1 to 4. So you can it's basically what I've seen is the majority of the commission rates are between 7 and like 15%, which is so much higher than 1 to 4%. So like I said, that's like my proactive way of starting with Levanta. And then now that I've been doing this for a while, I'm able to go in and like find brands that it also connects with creator connections. So you can find brands that have creator connections campaigns, and it all will let you know that through Levanta. So sign up for Levanta if you want. There's no obligation. It's free to sign up. you just kind of browse around, and then on Monday, there'll be a new video posted where I just walk through like how I use it and my top strategies for using that. But if you sign up through my link, like I said, you'll get in right away, so you don't have to worry about like 10,000 10,000 follower requirement and all that good stuff. So, yes, and Levanta is nice because they don't rule out friends and family for commission. That's right. So we had Allie from Levanta on our live stream a couple weeks ago, and she did confirm that, right? So if you are, so your sale also won't go through Amazon. So just to be clear, like if you're looking for those first 3 sales to keep your associates account open, Levanta's not going to be able to help you with that, because when you use a Levanta link, it's being sent to their Amazon account basically. But then if you make a sale, it's being tracked through Levanta, and Levanta's going to pay you directly, because you cannot double dip. This was a new rule in the last year. You cannot create an Amazon affiliate link, embed it into a Levanta link, and then earn from Amazon and Levanta. You can only earn from one. So for me, my strategy is I'm earning from whichever one pays me more, which is usually Levanta. So I do like that though, because yes, they do not rule out the friends and family for commissions. Yes. Let's see here. Taste Temptation says that can we upload UK storefront videos on the US and Canada storefront? Yeah, most definitely. If you are a UK influencer and you have your storefront there, you absolutely can take those exact same videos and upload them to Amazon US, Amazon Canada, Amazon Australia, basically any store, any marketplace where English is the first language. Those should be perfectly fine just to upload. That is the only time you can upload the same video multiple times on Amazon, because while it's the same video, it's a different marketplace, technically, different international marketplace. So if you are like, how do I sign up for these international marketplaces? Make sure you go back to the email, the newsletter that I sent out this morning, because there's a link in there on how to sign up for international marketplaces. So made it really easy. All right. Yes, there are a very wide variety of products on Levanta, which I love. Let's see here. You had an idea. Okay. Christina said for Levanta, do you have a fast way to check if your product is on there? You can search for the ASIN. Yeah, you can do an ASIN search. I mostly look, yeah, I do ASIN searches, or I just look for the brands. So like if it's a bigger name brand, oh, they have a ton of brands on Levanta now. So you can either look up the brand name, but if you're like, I just want to know a quick way if my product is on there, you can just do an ASIN search and it'll come up, or it won't come up if they don't have it. So yeah, that'd be my best recommendation there. Let's see. Doug and Nikki said, if you're using Levanta and Genius Link, you can set up Genius Link to auto connect your links to Levanta and Archer. Oh, nice. How do you guys do that? Yeah, let me know how you do that. Well, what I need to have you guys on anyway, so I'll be reaching out shortly here anyway. Hot Deals and Real Review said, I made over $9 with a product my son ordered off Levanta. I would have made 0 on Amazon. I love that. That's amazing. That's like, right, it's only $9, but also like it's $9. It proved the concept, right? So I love it. Let's see here. Silver Star Shine said, I joined Influence and Earn. Oh, yes. Hi, Wackadoodle Dog. Okay, yes. I got some messages from you. I got rejected twice for Amazon on-site. I am worried about being rejected a third time. Can I ask you to review my next 3 videos before I submit them, please? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can either, I would say whatever is the easiest, probably email is the easiest for, if you would email the videos, or you can post them in the Facebook group. I think your thing got rejected because it didn't have an email in there. But if you, now that I know your handle, if you go re-ask to get into the Facebook group, you can post your 3 videos in the Facebook group, or you can just email them to me directly. Any time you are on your 3rd opportunity, I am happy to watch those videos. You're in the membership, send them to me and I'll watch them like as soon as I possibly am able to. But email me your 3 videos and then post them in the members only Facebook group so then other people can give feedback too. And I think you were not allowed in the Facebook group because there was no email associated. So now that I know your handle, like I said, just go ahead and do that. And anybody who's like, I'm struggling with this, I just want someone to review my 3 videos. If you're in Influence and Earn, this is something we do a lot because we want to see you succeed. We want to see you get in. So if you're like, I'm on my attempt number 3 and I don't know why I'm getting rejected, please come and show them to us and we'll watch them. I'll watch them and I'm sure people in the community will watch them if you post them on YouTube or in the Facebook as well. Okay. Let's see. Doug and Nikki said, I have a killer new strategy, which I've been working on the details of an affiliate link, but I'll get that squared away soon. Oh, I love killer new strategies. Make sure you guys share with us. Yes, I know. I wish there was a Levanta extension too. I wonder if I can ask them if it's in the roadmap. That would be cool. And I would just go like on Amazon. Yeah. I'll ask Allie if that's in the roadmap. I've got to email her today, actually. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, good. Oh, you got in the Facebook group. Okay, good. Good, good. Yes. Edit those, post them in the Facebook group, and then email me and I will, I'll give you my feedback, especially if you email them to me in the next like 2 hours. I'll be able to watch them today. Let's see here. Okay. Oh no, I put the ace in, but Best Choice blocked me. Oh no. Did you reach out to Allie? Because Allie said she can help with connections with certain brands. So reach out to Allie. Yeah, and she'll probably be back on in the next month or two as well. Okay, so let me go back and make sure that I covered all the big ones. I covered all the big brand opportunities that I wanted to share with everyone. So I'm going to recap real quick because we are 2 minutes till the top of the hour. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone who showed up live, everyone who's watching the replay later, and especially everyone who's asking questions and giving advice and contributing. I just really appreciate this entire community. Everyone's just so helpful to each other. So real quick, we're going to run through. We have Creator Connections. This is the program directly through Amazon where you can earn additional commissions both on-site and off-site, no matter, despite whatever those Amazon support people tell you. You do earn the increased commission for on-site sales if you accept a Creator Connections campaign and sell that product through on-site. But I love this program because of that. It is one of the only places where you can earn that additional commission for on-site sales on Amazon directly. And so if you are not already a part of Creator Connections or you haven't really dove into it too much, make sure you do that. And especially if you are in Influence and Earn, our paid membership, there is a whole bonus training that will literally take you through what is Creator Connections in order to how to navigate through all of those campaigns, what message to send to the sellers to try to get free samples and make connections and all that good stuff. So Creator Connections, I love Creator Connections for so many reasons, but mostly for the on-site increased commission and the ability to message sellers and get free samples directly through Amazon. They make it really easy. Levanta is one of my favorite platforms for earning offsite because you can earn those increased commissions, but you can also request free samples. You can also build relationships with brands. I actually got on Levanta because a brand reached out to me directly through email and said, hey, we're on Levanta. We can offer you, 15% commission on all of your sales through our brand if you just sign up through Levanta and accept that campaign. So I did that, and that's how I got started on Levanta. And now I might be one of its biggest fans because it works so well for me. And there's so many brands on there that I already work with. And now I can just earn more money by replacing those links. And I can get strategic when I'm making my Amazon content. And I always prioritize those brands that I know are on Levanta that I can earn more with, right? So definitely check out Levanta. I do have my link right here, which is free to sign up. There's no obligation and it will get you in right away. So you don't have to have 10,000 followers in order to get access. Okay. All right. Let me see here. We've got a couple questions coming in, but let me just very quickly make sure that I cover my last two. Brand outreach. I feel like I could have an entire live stream about brand outreach because they're going to reach out to you, but you can also reach out to them, right? You can wait till they come to you. You can be proactive and go find them, some of the brands you really want to work with, like Best Choice. But it's always important to check your email, check your DMs. And like I said, I ignore some emails and DMs, but Doug and Nikki have an even better strategy where they don't ignore them and they quote them prices that just price them out and make them look so incredibly valuable. I just think that's such a brilliant strategy. I really appreciate you guys sharing that. And I'm going to start doing that because then it will not only deter the seller from trying to negotiate, way too low rates for you, but if they are a part of an influencer database or have access to one, they may go in and say, oh, they're expensive, right? So that will deter people from sending you bad emails, sending you, dear sir emails, and, um, ideally weed out the bad ones. So I love that strategy. And then the last one, just real quickly, are our brand new opportunities through Influence and Earn, where we have paid partnerships directly with brands. We just finished our first one. We are currently searching for an influencer for our second one that we emailed about a couple weeks ago. It's very niche, so if it's not a good fit for you, that's okay. There will be more opportunities, as well as the influencer database, which will be coming out. It will be before the end of the year. I don't know if it'll be before the end of the month or if it'll be next month, but we're so very close. And if you guys are interested in coming to join Influence and Earn, we have so many great, not only opportunities here, but lots of great trainings. You can learn more about how to really utilize Creator Connections. There's a whole crash course on what to say, how to find campaigns, right? And there's also a bonus training about this exact thing we're talking about, how to partner with brands directly. And so we talk about in much more depth a lot of the things we've already talked about today. But again, we just go into more details, give you more templates and more resources and all that good stuff. So if you are interested, we still have it priced as low as it's ever been at the membership model where you can start for $197. There is also a lifetime access price as well if you go on there. So come join us if you want more opportunity, and especially if you want an amazing community of supportive, wonderful people. So, all right. I am going to answer like one more question or two more questions, and then I got to run. I know we are over the top of the hour here. Doug and Nikki said there is an API for Levanta that if you plug it into Levanta, it automatically sends, your links to Levanta or Archer. Okay. I see. Yeah, so it hooks up to the API and then lets you know. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna look more into that. Thank you guys for sharing that. Thank you. I'm gonna look more into that. Let's see. Hot Deals and Real Reviews said, email Allie. I had to do that, and it took her a few days to find my email. Mention Kathleen when you email her. Yeah, if you guys have any issues with Levanta, if it's not letting you in right away or there's something wonky going on once you're in, you can always email Allie. Make sure you check out the live stream we did. It was in August. I can't remember, but it says Levanta on there. If you go through all the live stream, the playlist, you'll find it in there. And let's see here. Lynn says, I earned $50 this quarter on Creator Connections with 2 videos. Yeah, that's awesome, Lynn. That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing. If you guys find like there are some serious unicorn products and campaigns in Creator Connections. They're getting more difficult to find because there are so many campaigns now. There's over 300,000 active campaigns in Creator Connections, which is pretty amazing. And yes, there are quite a few duplicates in there. But also, if you can find those campaigns, I mean, I feel like I'm always going back to this example, but I have one product that pays out a 30% commission, and the product's like almost $500. And I average about one sale a day. So one product, one sale a day, I'm making over $100 a day on that one product. with one sale a day. So you can find these opportunities. Absolutely, you can find these opportunities. Yes, Lynn, even better. On 2 videos I had already done. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, and I also have another video on how to like go through and find those opportunities. I use Fluencer Fruit because I love it. I've been using it for years now. But if you want to go find opportunities through Creator Connections, I have found the best way for me right now is through Fluencer Fruit because I can go basically download all my video information, copy and paste those ASINs, and put them directly into the tab in Creator Connections, and it will find all the Creator Connections campaigns for the ASINs that I've already created content for. Like, this is a no-brainer. This is something that I have worked into my weekly routine. I do it every single week, because I always find campaigns every single week that I'm not opted in for that I already have created content for. So it's literally just leaving money on the table. So I've been doing that every week, and it's just super easy. Okay. Let me go back because I do have to run, and I know good choices with Mariana said, quick question. What will be the next step if you get rejected on the third chance and we have to get approved as an influencer? Okay, so if you get rejected on your third try with the first 3 videos, you do then have to start over. You have to create a new social media account and use that to then reapply for the influencer program. It's not super difficult. Mariana, are you in? I feel like you're in Influence and Earn, right? I think you're in the program. But I actually just created a new resource with my like TikTok formula. So I'm gonna upload that to the membership, and I'll email everybody about it next week, just with like I always email with like when new resources get added or when we have like a cute live Q&A call for members only. But I actually have a TikTok resource that's like a step-by-step on like post 2 to 3 times a day, post for 12 to 15 days, and then start applying. And then it gives you some good examples of like what to post, actually, what kind of content to post 2 to 3 times a day. So I will add that. Or Mariana, if you're in Influence and Earn, just email me and I'll send it to you directly. But that would be a good resource. You do have to start over though, because you can't use the same social media that you use to apply to get in, which then, then your videos didn't go through. The other thing too, again, if you're an Influence and Earn, and it's for members because we have like additional resources in there because I can pay people to help and all that good stuff. If you're an Influence and Earn and you want somebody to review your first 3 videos, you have every opportunity to do that. You can email them to me, you can post them in the Facebook group, and everyone's super receptive and watching them. Even if you're not an Influence and Earn, you can still post them in the free Facebook group that we have. And so if you're not in the free Facebook group, make sure that you check that out because it has lots of amazing people who are willing to help you as well. There's just a lot more people in there. So I get in there as much as I can, but I do have to prioritize the other one. This is the free Facebook community. But if you're not ready to invest, or that's just not a good opportunity for you right now, check out the free Facebook community and use it the same way, right? You can post your videos in there as well. So, yes. Silver Starshine, keep posting out. Yes. Thank you, Olina. This is brilliant. So another thing is you have to keep posting on that social media channel when you are still trying to get in with your first 3 videos, and same with Mariana. If you don't you post your first 3 videos to Amazon, right? You need to keep up with the TikTok. You need to keep posting on that social media platform that you are approved with because Amazon wants to see that it's active. In all honesty, you don't have to continue posting on the social media platform, at least as much as you did before, once you get approved for on-site commission, once those first 3 videos get through. But you want to keep posting. And thank you, Olina, for calling that out. You want to keep posting on your social medias while Amazon is reviewing those first 3 videos. So let's see. Denise said, if I don't get my Creator Connections commission, what Amazon email do I use to follow up with them? Denise, if you go navigate through support, like the help feature through your like reporting dashboard. I think it's only available on your like offsite when you're on your offsite reporting dashboard. There's a section for like help or contact us, you can send an email that way. You can start a chat depending on what time it is, but you can also send an email that way and include those screenshots to show them that you're not getting paid through Creator Connections. Yes, yes. I know, Doug and Nikki, minute 59 and tons of great questions flying now. I know, that's why we're just going. Yes, minute 59 and that's how it goes. So I always block out a little extra time because I don't want to just cut you guys all right off. Oh, you came here with these great questions and now I'm gonna go. So but yes, you're right. All right. I gotta run. You guys are wonderful. Yes, please click that like button if you found this to be helpful. Also, make sure that you sign up for our brand new free masterclass that we're going to be doing on Wednesday. September 24th is when that masterclass is. Totally free, but we're going to be talking about 6 strategies that I use, that our members use, that have worked for years with the Amazon Influencer Program and Q4. So what should you be doing? What should you be focusing on? What are some smart strategies to really increase those commissions and those earnings and those brand deals and those creator connections, campaigns, opportunities over Q4? Because Q4 is when people are buying. Yes, people are buying all year long, but they are most definitely buying through Q4. We have I wait to buy certain things until Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or Amazon does like a fall deals day, which is going to be coming up soon next month. So there's lots of opportunities, and that's kind of like the pre Black Friday. So I wanted to make sure we did the masterclass before then, but there's going to be lots of good strategies we're going to be talking about, really how to optimize, how to make more money, and take the best advantage that you possibly can to earn as much money as possible in Q4. And you will also get a free social media content planning calendar for Q4. If you sign up there, it will be in the thank you email. So, all right. I am going to run. You guys are wonderful. There's so many more questions. We'll just have to do another. We'll have to do another live stream. Do you have a promotion code for Fluencer Fruit? I do. If you're in Influence and Earn, there's a 30-day promo code, but if you're not, you can still get it for 14 days for free, I believe is the promo code. But you have to sign up through my link. Yes. Thank you. Olena said when you join Influence and Earn, we have a promo code inside the course for Fluencer Fruit. Yes, thank you. And that will get you 30 days for free. So thank you. Olena said a lot of great information today, and I'm happy to connect with all of you. Yes, wonderful. Taste Temptation says, I've just joined the Facebook community. I love it. I'll make sure you get accepted in there right after we get off here. Love it. Love it. All right. Yes, everyone have a great weekend. Lynn said, thank you. I learned a lot today. Order DoorDash. I know, I'm hungry too. Well, I do have to go eat, but yes, I got into the free Facebook group, but not the Influence and Earn. Yeah, if you don't include your email, then like my admin assistant doesn't know how to check for you. And so if you just when you request access to the Influence and Earn to the members Facebook group, just make sure you put the email in there that matches the one that you signed up for the program with, and then my admin can match it and you'll get in right away. So wonderful. Yes. Thank you. Much success to you all. Thank you, Regina. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you give a quick little thumbs up if you found something or someone to be helpful today. And we will be back next week. We're going to be focused next week on some Q4 strategies in anticipation of our masterclass, which will be coming up. So next week we will be back live, same time, same place, and we will be talking about some Q4 strategies to get you ready for our brand new masterclass. So thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your Friday. I appreciate you coming to hang out with us today. And we'll see you same place, same time next week. All right. Bye.